Czech voters oust communists from parliament for first time since 1948.
Here's a summary of the article.
3-minute read. Prague, Czech voters evicted the communists from parliament on Saturday for the first time since the end of World War II, voting out a party whose forebears ruled the Central European nation from 1948 until the Velvet Revolution of 1989 that ushered in democracy. The Communists jailed tens of thousands in forced labor camps in the 1950s and brutally repressed dissidents such as playwright-turned-president Václav Havel, but remained in parliament following the revolution. In this week's election here, the Communist Party of Bohemia and Moravia took 3.62% of the votes, with nearly all precincts reporting less than the 5% needed to enter parliament, and potentially marking a final chapter for a party that has gradually shrunk as its aging membership dwindled. Voters also handed a defeat to Prime Minister Andrej Babiš's ANO party against centre-right opposition group Together in a surprise result. The Communists sought to appeal to senior citizens and working-class Czechs, but they never resonated with younger voters and failed to shake the party's history with others as a totalitarian rulers who had stifled freedom. The Communists lingered mostly in isolation after 1989, though they cooperated with other parties seeking votes to pass legislation in parliament. The party regained influence in 2018 when Babiš, a former Communist Party member, leaned on them to support his minority government with the Social Democrats.
This post received a score of 3,200, with an upvote ratio of 95%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
It's important to note that these are actual Stalinists, most of them anyway, strongly pro-Russia, strongly anti-EU, and anti-NATO.
Not that there were many good choices anyway. Many of the Czech right-wing parties seem to be anti-EU too. The only party left of centre-right that made it to the parliament are the Pirates, in third position, nothing to throw a feast about, and the Social Democratic Party got even less votes than the Communist Party.
I see this as a first step. Sure, it's not great, but it's better than before, and most importantly, demonstrates that things don't have to remain the way they did forever.
Not only communists, Social Democrats are gone too. There is no remaining traditional left party in the parliament.
Who is left then, and how do they lean?
There are 4 groups now represented: the Pirati Stan Coalition, a broadly social liberal voting bloc rooted in the Czech Pirate Party. As the party exists largely as an organ for Babiš's political ambitions, it's not especially ideological beyond its xenophobia. The SPD, a far-right anti-immigrant party with roots in the now-defunct EFDD European Parliament grouping. Traditional power bases in the Czech Republic have largely evaporated, primarily to the detriment of the left. Parties like the ODS can adapt and collaborate with ideological partners, but the left has no natural allies in a post-Soviet political culture.
Wow, thank you for that detailed reply. Is the trend there positive or negative, would you say?
No problem. I'm an elections junkie, so it feels good to get that out of my system, haha. Personally, my view on it is that this is a bleak state of affairs. Building up a genuine alternative will take years, and in the meantime it'll be the same cohort of corrupt neoliberals playing musical chairs every election or two. I'd be very curious to see where their current voter base ends up politically in the next 5 to 10 years.
Yes, but they have given 11.2% to a far-right party instead. Not great.
I guess it was time for those commies to check out.
Who fought against the commies in the 1940s?
Holy shit, it's wild seeing people defending communism in such a rabid fashion.
Welcome to Reddit.
I remember back in the day arguing with nutty right-wingers that there really weren't many communists on Reddit. My, how the times have changed.
Good. Fuck communism. And fuck communists.
Good. As it should be everywhere.
How do you feel about Kerala?
I fucking hate and despise every single person in this comment section.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.